It's time. We are now really going to tackle the Pokemon League. I'm not going to search the other sages. It was already really boring. So let's see who is going to sweep first. I think I have made my decision. We are gonna start with the Psychic Elite Four. Let's see if the power we have is enough to defeat the powered up Elite Four with just the Pokemon we have. At the very least, Zekrom, who didn't see much action, will finally show if its stats actually got a payoff. So first Kathleen, she starts off with her Mushana. Now let's see, will she put us to sleep? Can we actually one-shot every single Pokemon with our signature move? Probably not, right? Let's see. She hits the Hypnosis as I suspected or expected. Let's see, we will Chesterberry. Let's immediately feed our Mothra, and we should take this attack and one-shot it with Bug Buzz right here. It will take a while, but yeah, we one-shot it. Next Pokemon. Outrageous is the correct answer. This one should also die. It's no longer super effective, but we have +1. It's level 71. And we one-shot it. Never doubt a moth. So let me think. We are a Metagross, a Steel type. Better try out the Heat Wave here. Our Heat Wave tag destroyed. And next up is Rheoniclus. Rheoniclus is surprisingly bulky, so we rely on Bug Buzz to get rid of it. Let's see how much that does. One-shot of 2, that's impressive. Now one Pokemon should be left. Let's see, Frisk. She has 2 Pokemon left. We have still 7 Bug Buzzes. Let's go for another one. One-shot it. And next up, which Pokemon is up next? Is Bronzong. So we have exactly 6 Bug Buzzes left, which we can use against one of the other Elite Four members. And I think I know who we are going to use it on. And with this we defeated Kathleen. That was really quick. While we have our Morphly friend in front, let's take on the Dark type one. We can talk about a few Pokemons that we didn't see and we will likely not see in the other game. Some event Pokemon. We already talked about Meloetta and Victini. Genesect. Let's talk about Genesect. A fearsome mix attack, 99 base speed, 120 attack stats, steel bug typing. Great type. So it has only one weakness. And in a meta game filled with rain and sand, this thing fits right in, and it has this Technoblast move, which is an 80 base power move where you, at least back then, it was buffed significantly, which you can put some modules to get give it a different type: fire, ice, water, or electric. You just want to use water if you want to use that move, because it can learn flamethrower, which is stronger than Technoblast fire. You have ice beam, which is stronger than Technoblast ice, and it can learn thunderbolt, which is stronger than Technoblast electric. And it can learn U-turn, and it spammed a lot of U-turn. Its ability is download, where it can, depending on the stats of your opponent, get an attack or a special attack boost, so it's a fearsome mixed attacker. It had an event variant with which is shiny. If you are lucky and got that, you have a fearsome gear grind set, gear set, which, you know, the signature move of Kling Klang, which boosts your speed by +2 and your attack by 1. Insane. And it has powerful moves to abuse it, like Blaze Kick from the event. U-turn you might not use, but you might use Iron Head. And another move I don't really remember, but you have options. But usually the mixed Wall Breaker set with Choice Scarf is the one to go, but people tend to use Expert Belt to trick opponents that it can't switch moves, and then they get punished. And sometimes people have one with Hidden Power Ground to get rid of Heatran, but usually you U-turn, switch to Dugtrio and eat Heatran alive. Let's destroy this Scrafty while we're at it. So Genesect, every time it got unbanned for a test or something, got banned again. And I forgot we didn't boost it while we are dead. Now it burns. It got a Moxie boost, but it's going to die here, so what a waste. I underestimated him, so I got undeserved punishment. Let's switch to Monke. Obviously you can run Bug Buzz on it. Double Bug, it doesn't sound that good, but it does the job. Level 71. Should I go for Flare Blitz? Let's go for Flare Blitz. Oh god, it has Attract. So, will we hit our move? Yes, we do. Let's see how much damage this does. It will take quite a while, but we did it. Oh, and it can learn Flash Cannon too. I mean Genesect can learn Flash Cannon. We better switch out here. Or should I? Yeah, I can hard switch, right? What is it gonna do? Earthquake, which we are now immune to. Goes for Earthquake, like I predicted. And we are going to mow it down. Rotom is really good in this generation, especially because now its type it changes from Ghost to the appliance it has. Because Mortar becomes Grass, and Oven or Heat becomes Fire, which has Overheat, and that gets boosted by the sun. But people use Water, the washing machine because it always hits thunder in the rain, has volt switch to pivot, you can paint split, you can spam hydro pumps to destroy the opposition. Insane. And Rotom Fan is a troll Pokemon which has flying type and levitate. And spams air slash. So it ends up in bottom tier. And the ghost one is also bottom tier, I think, or are you? Because it's still it can still work as a spin blocker, but it has stats. It goes for the foul play, but it should not do much because foul play uses our attack against ourselves, and we shouldn't have that much attack. We got a nice critical hit, which may have mattered. But next up is Bishop. If we use Flash, it gets an attack boost. That's not what we want. Let's hard switch to Samurai, and we see what we can do that after that. It goes for Axesaur, which would have been super effective, but I don't think that would have helped much. Let's see how much surf does, but it's faster. So we die. And crit didn't matter, I don't think so. Next up is we can use Haxorus and use Earthquake. Did I talk about Bishop? Bishop this generation is not as impressive as in later ones because Dark... Oh god, no. He one-shot us. Because Dark got... didn't get buffed, so Steel still resists Dark. And it's slow, there's no defog, so it can't abuse this ability. And doesn't have the best coverage. Dark moves don't help much. It relies on Night Slash and Sucker Punch, Sword Dance. I don't know what people use with it, honestly. He goes for full restore here, but we should still take it out with one hit. You will have to revive quite a few Pokemon. If I just set up on the Sharpedo, we might have won immediately. We still can win, but it won't be as easy as usual. Drapion this generation is probably don't want to use Drapion. If we go for Earthquake, so it didn't get much above. Still sets up Toxic Spikes, Crunch, Sword set with Crunch, Aqua Tail, Earthquake, and maybe some of its Elemental Fangs. It's a decent Pokemon. Toxic Spikes, Whirlwind, defensive set is also a thing. But usually it takes a backseat compared to other Pokemon. It has only one weakness, which is ground, but it's insanely fast, so it eats our Monke alive. So what is left here? Outrageous can't do much against it. I can't believe I say that. Freaking Legendary can't deal with a freaking Drapion. But it's physically so difficult to break through. I can't really take the risk. Let's revive Haxorus. Oh no, I revived the wrong Pokemon by accident. Goes for the Poison Fang, super effective. Okay, let's try it out. Let's see how much Outrageous can do against this thing. We have Mold Breaker. Let's go for Dragon Claw, because we want to spare some PP. Not even a 2-hit KO. It went to Crunch and got a nasty defense drop on us. Let's see. Another one. It's in I'm going to get healed by full restore range. He gets another one. How lucky is this guy? We can't go for Stun Headbutt because he's a dark type. But he doesn't heal, so we get the kill, luckily. We get the experience boost because we are on a level below his. And that's that. Now I'm going to go out here and we are going to heal our team. Do I have any good moves? Doesn't look like an energy ball. I don't want Max Repel. Let's revive our friends here. The thing I want is right now to have Mothra set up on the Ghost Trainer. As the last event Pokemon is Keldeo. Keldeo is the last member of the Three Musketeers. As a fourth member, like the Musketeers in the series, getting a new member. Pretty much represents their student. But he, despite having Justified, which gets a boost in attack when hit by a dark type move, it's a specially oriented Pokemon, so usually you don't see Keldeo as a physical attack or mixed. But in Generation 5 there's one that attacks Stone Edge for a specific target. I think Mega Charizard Y, which is really popular in that generation. Keldeo is massively powerful. It can't learn any Ice type moves besides Icy Wind and Hidden Power Ice. But it's... I don't know what it is, but because it's a water type with Scald and Hydro Pump, can learn Surf 2. It is insane. You can't just spam water type moves and almost nothing can switch in. You think you can send a special wall against it? Joke's on you. Its signature move, a Secret Sword, not to mistake him with Sacred Sword. I'm pretty much mistaking them myself sometimes. Which is like Psyshock but fighting type moves, so as a special attack that does physical damage, so it targets the attacks that of the opponent. So if a Blissey comes, it's going to get destroyed. It can set up with Substitute Call Mind. There are people that just use a Restock set which just has attacks. It's insane. It doesn't need anything, but its stat moves, surprisingly, so much better than Poliwhirl, Wrath, despite not lacking the powerful Ice type moves. So you can see like Terrakion and Keldeo are really impressive, and you don't get special fighting type Pokemon often. It can also learn Focus Blast if you really want to miss your attack that badly. Well, let me go for another one. I will be Grady. As we have talked about all the event exclusive Pokemon, I think. Let's try to see. I hope it doesn't get any crits. Yeah, after this re-attack. Let's see, another Shadow Ball. This thing won't use... It won't risk hitting us with a Will-O-Wisp. Now we are invincible, special defensively. We can be fancy and just attack with a Heat Wave. You can afford to miss this attack. And with this, Corphagerous is gone. 6 more Pokemon left, I think. Ghost Resist Bug, but we are +6, so Jellicent shouldn't take this, right? Ooh, it did, and it triggered its ability, Cursed Body. But we take that Hydro Pump like it's a joke move. Now it went for Full Restore, but we go for the more powerful Heat Wave this time. Let's see how much that does. If Bug Buzz almost killed it, and it wasn't that different. Let's go for another one. Dead. Next up is Drifloon, who resists Bug Buzz twice. But if we hit, we don't have to worry about it. Because the air balloon doesn't resist fire type moves, despite being a hot air balloon. Oh, our Bug Buzz was disabled, I think. This thing resists both our moves. This one doesn't have Flash Fire, I'm certain, so let's try out our signature, our Heat Wave. This one is dead too. Last but not least is Golurk. Let's Bug Buzz here. It resists, but we are +6. Should kill it. And it does. Well done, Volcarona. You did it again. Oh, one more is left, and that's Frostlass. Frostlass got Cursed Body from the Dream World. And other than that, not much different from your average Frostlass. It usually doesn't use this move. Sets up Spikes, is also a spin blocker because it's a ghost type, and on top of that it has Destiny Bond to get rid of problematic Pokemon. Also Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, decent offensive moves. Usually people slap Ice Beam because it hits Dragon type Pokemon. Next up is we put Haxorus to the front. Should I heal him up? Nah, we don't need that. Can we outspeed his entire team just with Haxorus? We can go to +1 Dragon Dance. We are going to use the first Pokemon as setup fodder. I hope it's the Pokemon I think it is. And if not, we have to improvise. So it's Marshall. Let's see what Marshall has. His first Pokemon is Breloom. Breloom is another Pokemon that got buffed by the Dream World. It was already pretty amazing with its substitute Toxic Orb, Sub Punch set, sometimes Subseed also is sometimes seen, and as you know, it's always known for putting everyone asleep. And the problem is it will likely use Focus Punch. It got buffed through the Dream World with technician, so all its 60 base power or lower moves get buff, which include a Mach Punch, a Rock Tomb, a Rock type move, and Bullet Seed, which also got buffed to 25 base power per hit. So you see a lot of them with focus band, putting you first to sleep and then killing you, or set up on you and then killing you, because it can learn sword dance, if I remember correctly. So there's a lot of options for this terrifying creature. Well, let's go for Monke here and kill it with Flare Blitz. So another beneficial Pokemon, especially in the rain, because the fire weakness is remedied. But it has to be careful if it has a scarf, a focus item in the sandstorm. You are probably not using it in a sandstorm team. Goes for the Stone Edge here. I'm not sure if I can set up on this thing. I might try. This has far more attack than it lets us believe. It's a Karate Black Belt. Going to close combat here, will it, won't it? Yes, it will. But we can pick it up and with the next revived Pokemon. We just go for it. Samurott won't outspeed it. For one, it's 21 levels lower, and this thing has 10 more base speed. Goes for the Stone Edge to flex. So let's go for Haxorus. Once more, I will attack with the Dragon Claw right away, because it has lowered its defensive stats. We should be able to one-shot it, and we do, because we have Unburden. We just ignore its defensive boost. This thing is fast. Should I heal up here? I will. Let's see. Goes for the Jump Kick, which has 130 base power. We barely survive. I will heal up here again. Goes for Acrobatics, which does surprisingly a lot. But here I will use my tech to hard switch into Volcarona. Burn it. Didn't burn. So let's heal again. We're going to keep doing that until it's burned. Goes for the high jump kick. Why? We can set up on it now. First things first. Let's heal up a Haxorus. Still decides to go for the I did critical hit, obviously. This thing can't kill us. I will use Sword Mold Breaker, yes. Sword Dance first. So if we outspeed it, this is great, because we don't have to worry about it doing anything significant. So this thing can have regenerators, so when it comes in again it may be healed, but knows that its attack stat is so lowered, we can just destroy it. Let's go for the Sword Dance boosted Dragon Claw. We should one-shot it, but you never know. It survived, how? Okay, if one is not enough, a second Sword Dance will seal the deal. He should have attacked, but he chose not to. I'm going to take this invitation with open arms. Let's destroy it. Yeah, this was entertaining enough. Now the last Pokemon should not... Oh, we have final level 70 with our dragon. Goes for the fake out here. It should do no damage pretty much. It didn't get healed, so it must be the other bad ability nobody uses. That's that, we don't need to worry about that. The last Pokemon is what? Toxical? Anticipation. It knows it's gonna die, and we are going to destroy it. Dragon Claw. The last Pokemon has to be Conkeldurr, who is going to die to Dragon Claw +4. Like, what can he switch in that can stop our Pokemon? Nothing. 9 level difference doesn't matter here. You just destroy it. And first we destroyed Marshall relatively easily. And the last trainer is obviously the champion, like always. Last time it was N, this time we fight Elder, the real one. So let me just heal up, revive Volcarona. Poor Samurott. Because we didn't train him well, he's not doing so well. I didn't expect that I would neglect my starter like that. I don't know if it's the first time I did something like that, but maybe in our run it may be the first time. Now our Pokemon should be in top shape to destroy the last member of the Elite Four. The champion of the Elite Four. Let's go! After this, should we try catching Kyurem again? I don't think I will. Let's see. So Elder has 6 Pokemon like every normal trainer would. We sent out our Haxorus. So there are a few things we can do. We can, for instance, Dragon Dance, like this. But he goes for me first. What? I thought me first is attacks that copies my attacks and use it. Right? So why didn't it work? Does it only copy physical attacks? And now we have to be careful. Let's Dragon Claw here. That thing away. He's getting too dangerous. We got a +3 attack right now. he goes for the Relicanth. The Relicanth has rough skin. Should I go to a Stabless Earthquake plus? No, I will go for the Dragon Claw. It will hurt, but we need to get rid of this. We can't heal on this thing. We are going to die. And that was a gamble worth taking. Next up is the Ice Cream Cone. Ice Shot, perhaps. Let's see if it's going for the Ice Shot or the Ice Beam. It went for Blizzard. Okay, we are dead with this. We can't kill it with this thing. So we are going to switch to Volcarona. Or should we show some monkey business? I think I will use this as setup fodder. And we will see where this is going. It goes for light screens. So I will boost a little longer. So light screens holds for how many turns? For 5 turns. So we can. Oh, it has acid armor, so physical attacks won't hurt it. But that won't be a problem for us. It's a shame because we are going to sweep his team and there's nothing he can do. Zekrom pretty much is a bench warmer in our team because we only need 2 Pokemon, maybe 3 with Darmanitan, and we pretty much destroy this entire league. So let's dance. If we hit 8 PP, we should be at maximum. So he goes for a non-super effective hit. So, but we won't. The screens are down. We take advantage and destroy this ice cream cone. And destroy it. Next is Buffalon. A bad Pokemon. We just spam another one. So how many Pokemon we destroyed? The number should be at 4. So he sends out this Excavalier, which we destroy with Heat Wave. Okay, he survived that, they dodged that and goes for Aerial Ace, which we punish with another hit. Yeah, let's use the last Heat Wave and I will just take this opportunity to... He's going to bring out his Volcarona. I'm going to restore some PP. If he kills us, he kills us, but as I suspect that he was going for the setup move, we are going to finish him off now. We just need to hit this and he should die. It's a Morph versus Morph run. And yeah, fine. We destroyed the Pokemon League like again. These Pokemons were on their 70s and whatnot, and we pretty much outmatched them. Let's take a good look at our magnificent team. After this, I may check out the legendary Pokemon once again, trying to fight them and catch them, maybe, who knows. But I would prefer if I can just unlock the hidden events somehow. Maybe get a Thunderous inside the game so I can trigger Landorus. Or maybe if I could just put Victini into the if I had access to Liberty Islands, that would be nice. But what happened, so let me just... I hope you enjoyed this Pokemon White retrospective let's play. It was fun for me, but more importantly it was rather inconvenient. I really enjoyed and played a lot of this game. I liked, and well, I don't know if I say I enjoyed it that much. I enjoyed trying out various new Pokemon, discovering various secrets, but once you know them and see how monotone they are, it's not as fun. Most of the fun comes from interacting with other people through online methods. It's the first time I could play with people online. That's when I got to smog on competitive more seriously. I played against some YouTubers. There are a few Wi-Fi battles with me, and it shows that I was really inexperienced, even if I knew what made what Pokemon really special. Because I didn't want to use Pokemon Showdown to practice. I was too busy breeding the Pokemon I wanted, and a few Pokemons I liked breeding is Hydreigon, because Hydreigon is my second favorite. And I got even a shiny Dino with Lonely Nature exam. Really fun to do if you get the rewards, but breeding is not really that fun. What else did I do? I repeatedly beat up trainers to grind the levels of some of my Pokemon. Didn't understand IVs like I do today. Really, nor did I understand EVs. Now I do both, and playing Pokemon is no longer as fun as it used to be. And I spent most of the time in the Dream World, trying to get some Dream World Pokemon. Well, with this I end today's recording session, and we hopefully see each other in Pokemon White 2. Maybe I will try to catch the legendaries here, but I don't think so. Unless I can figure out how I can make the glitches work. Because it's the emulator I used as a child, but because it's on a different operation system, it seems the one that works on a different operation system has different ways how it works, and you can't make things work like you are usually used to. That's really inconvenient. Yeah, with this we can close the story of Pokemon White and White 1. See you in the next adventure.